Dun, 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 dun. Woo! Hello and welcome everybody to this late night, I guess early morning dinosaur chat. I was gonna stream tonight and then I didn't do that, and I knew I had to get my thoughts out on why I am so excited for Regal Imperiosaur, recently spoiled today. For anybody that happens to be new, I only played dinosaurs. I only played dinosaurs here, just always in general. About 650 streams or so. Usually arena, best of 3 explorer / pioneer. But this new thing, it's going to be good for any dinosaur deck. Being a lord, you're going to use all 4 copies. It's pretty straightforward. We'll get that out of the way. I'll give a quick rundown on exactly my favorite variation. If you've never seen it before, you might be familiar with dinosaurs, but yeah, the list as always in the description, link tree to the Discord and all that good stuff. You can leave a comment anytime here, there, wherever, and I'll explain a concept or an idea, or maybe you have a card you want me to try. I mean, finally filling the perpetual flex spot that Runic Armasaur has taken up. This is the placeholder for Regal Imperiosaur here, but any sort of Lord effect, I mean, it's going to be straightforward. Something to think about. Usually dinosaurs, they are pretty expensive, so seeing Regal Imperiosaur cost 3, it's definitely cheaper than I expected. I thought it might be 4 at the cheapest, maybe requiring a red and a green, but now this is, oh, folks, it's all over. It's all over. Especially if you played the more aggressive variation, which I was for about 3.5 years, every single day. And then we got Lost Caverns of Ixalan with the namesake Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. But if you do want a sort of rundown of how the deck works, again, there's a primer in the description too. Sunken Citadel, you make a stable amount of mana ahead of schedule, a large amount, and you play a big creature. The most stable way to make a big amount of mana is with just lands. Of course, there is a little bit of land destruction, but Sunken Citadel, as it enters, you choose a color. It taps for 2 of the chosen color. The first one is almost always going to be green. If you have 2 Sunkens, you have 4 mana for lands with activated abilities. That 4 mana goes to activate Castle Garenbrig. You tap that. 2 Sunkens, 1 castle. 3 lands in total, and you made 6 green for a creature. It could be 2 Regal Imperiosaurs, you know, that would be alright. Pretty straightforward right there. That specific situation probably won't come up too much, but that's the idea. Ahead of schedule, Sunkens, Castle Garenbrig. The early turns are taken up by finding the lands. The lands you don't have, of course, you could start off with one that includes a Sunken, a Forest, and a Castle Garenbrig. Keep that in mind. Archdruid's Charm, you cast that on turn 3 after you play your Castle Garenbrig for the turn. You played Sunken on turn 1, the Forest on turn 2 perhaps, and then the Castle. Archdruid searches and puts a second Sunken out on turn 3. Come turn 4, you're making 7, not 6. It doesn't matter what Fatal pushes, what gets lost, a Fiery Impulse, Shieldred's Edict. Doesn't matter. You're going to be making 7. You're going to be dropping potentially Vaultborn Tyrant, sometimes Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. But where does Regal Imperiosaur fit into this way to play dinosaurs? Why should it fit in? I'm just looking for more power. Of course, I could herd a particular strategy. Regal Imperiosaur could be a Tranquil Frillback, the classic Tranquil Frillback at this point. I might want to herd a graveyard strategy or artifacts or enchantments in game 1. I've tried it before. I've tried pretty much everything you can think of. If it's a green creature, if it's something that could help me in some way, because I play them every day, I have a pretty large perspective. But I always come back to just wanting more power, sticking to the idea that is already there in game 1. And Regal Imperiosaur is sticking to that idea perfectly. Absolutely perfect. What does it do for the deck, though? It triggers Vaultborn Tyrant. Love it. Love it. Just an extra creature there. But it triggers Vaultborn Tyrant even more. The tokens that Regisaur makes are 3 power. Now they're 4 power. Whenever they're made, Palani's hatch, whenever it cracks a dinosaur egg, 4 power. That specific point might not come into effect, and it might not matter too much, but it's definitely worth saying. Oh my. It just slots in. More power, more ruthless aggression, which I do have the clips, and I was working on my OBS. It kind of crapped out last night, and it was always crashing, so I have to re-add those. I like to add little bits, little clip somewhere here. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, I still have to reconnect them, but I'm super excited. I wanted to get this out there. I've tried to record it many times before, and yeah, sideboard wise, we can talk about that in another video. I might try to record something else, but that's to help against aggro mostly. I know it's a little bit different, but it's going to be even more aggressive. I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for the fantastic Regal Imperiosaur. Flabbergasted, stunned. Okay, we'll leave it there for right now, and I'll see you guys next time. Take a big bite out of that like button, and peace. Have a good one.